Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, hi, my name is Dida and welcome to this little space I like to call Dida's Corner. So here we are with part 2 of my favorites of 2019. Like I said, the makeup video was gonna be really long. I told you before. I even had to go and change my drink. I have another drink in case you've come from that one. I've also changed my lip gloss. Like, I talked for way too long. We're about to start talking for long again, but I do believe the skincare video and my next video should be way shorter than the other ones. So if this is the first one you're watching, then hi, welcome to my 2019 favorites. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my skincare favorites of 2019, the ones that really stood out to me. As you guys know, I do love skincare. I have a very long skincare routine. I look at skincare as like one of my kind of self-care type of things, you know? And I'll tell you why, okay? Because like I said in my makeup video, I gave you guys a really brief rundown of why I've been away for a while. So if you want to know why, I would suggest maybe watching that video first if this is the first one you're watching. But I talked about eczema being one of the things that, you know, the reason why I took a while, because I have been having a rough patch with my eczema recently. So I always look at skincare as the one thing that I can actually control, because alhamdulillah, as much as my eczema affects my whole body, because of the skincare regimen that I do have, my face tends to be less affected than the rest of my body, which is amazing for me, because I mean the rest of my body I can easily hide. Even though, to be honest, I've reached a point where I don't feel the need to hide it per se. It's just, yeah, your face is one of the first things that's seen, so it's nice to know that I have control at least of this one area of my body, you know what I mean? So that's why I take skincare so seriously. So in this video, I want to share with you some of the items that I did use in 2019 that I just fell in love with. And yeah, I want to share them with you, so let's get into the video. So like I did with the makeup video, I'm going to go in sequence of how I do my skincare routine, so that it's like in a sequential manner and makes more sense, you know. So obviously step 1 with every skincare routine is removal of makeup. I am a big fan of micellar water, and my favorite micellar water is Garnier. It's cheap, it's easily available, so that one I don't really need to mention it. But I do instead want to mention this product here. This is the Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. This is amazing at melting away your makeup, just like the description says. It melts away your makeup so easily. If you guys watched my skincare routine video, you'll see that in the video I was using the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm, which I also do love, don't get me wrong, that is also a favorite of mine. But this one I remember receiving in a boxy charm, and the moment I used it, I just fell in love. It melts away your makeup so easily. Your mascara just melts off like so crazy easily. With the Clinique one, you do have to struggle a little bit with removing your mascara, but with this one, it's just boom, like gone that quick. It emulsifies with water very easily. I happen to find that when I wash it off, it washes off completely and doesn't leave a film on my face. I have though heard that some people complain about this leaving a film on their face. Personally, I've never had that problem, and that's why it's such a favorite of mine. I even went ahead and purchased like the full version of this, because this one that I received in BoxyCharm is like a travel size version. So that one I haven't started using, but with this one, you can see it's been loved. So I usually carry this one when I'm traveling around, but at home I use my Clinique one. So when I finish that one, I'll move on to now the full size version of this one, because I'm about to finish my Clinique one. So yeah, on heavier makeup days, this is what I tend to use, whereas on like normal lighter makeup days, I'll then use my micellar water instead. Step 2 in any skincare routine, once you've melted off your makeup, you have to cleanse it off. So I want to talk about my favorite cleanser of all time. This is the Etude House Baking Powder Pore Cleansing Foam. I love this so much. As you can see, I'm like down to the bottom here. And you also saw in my skincare routine video, I did use this. And this is actually my 4th tube of this product. I technically actually discovered this product in 2017, but I love it so much that I am taking this all the way to 2020. This is just such a great cleanser in my opinion. I have tried so many cleansers, but nothing comes close to this one. And the beauty with this is that it doesn't have sulfates, because as someone with dry skin, sulfates tend to be very stripping on the face. So I find that this doesn't strip my face at all, yet leaves me feeling so clean. Like, I cannot recommend this enough. You only need like the littlest amount of this cleanser, and then you just put like a few drops of water, really foam it up in your hands. It doesn't like foam up with bubbles or anything, but it does lather and into like a creamy lather. Then you just clean it onto your face, and like your face feels anew when you use this. And the beauty of this is that because it has baking powder, it also exfoliates your face at the same time, but it's a very, very, very gentle exfoliation. You can barely even feel the baking powder in the product. Like, it's not a gritty feeling, it's not. It's very smooth, so you don't really feel it, but it does like get deep into your pores and exfoliate all the dirt out. So I cannot recommend this cleanser enough. I usually buy mine from Amazon. Like I mentioned in my skincare video, I discovered this when I went to Korea in 2017, and I bought it just out of a whim because it was on offer at the time. I was just like, oh, buy one get one free, okay, let me try it. And I've never looked back. This is such an amazing cleanser. So if you want to get it, you can get it from Amazon. That's how I get mine, and I think on Amazon you can get it for like $7, which is pretty good because this lasts you a really, really long time. So if you're looking for a good cleanser, I highly recommend this. The next favorite I want to talk about is something that you can get locally, and that's the Miniso Hyaluronic Acid Essence Toner. As you guys can see, I'm like on my last bit here. I have like very few drops left, and this lasted me a hell of a long time. I'm pretty sure I started using this bottle like late 2018 if I'm not wrong, and I'm still like with this much left, and trust me, I've been using it every single day. It is so good. I also recommend this to people who also have oily skin, because this is just a good hydrating toner. It's not necessarily moisturizing, because there is a difference between moisturizing and hydrating. So this is just good in like a hydration factor to your face. It just plumps it up and gets your face ready for all the other products that you're going to use after. It's not necessarily like an active. It doesn't have like anything exfoliating about it. It's just a good hydrating toner, which I highly recommend to people. Now, the only issue I have with you, Miniso, if you're watching this, I know you're not, but if you are, why the hell would you discontinue this product? I don't understand. I've gone to every single Miniso in Nairobi looking for this, because clearly I'm about to finish mine, right? I have looked everywhere and I cannot find this. It's like it's gone. The only one that they have now is like the rose version of this, and it's like a smaller bottle. It's like half the size of this one, which personally I don't mind. I don't mind rose. I love rose, so I still bought it. So that's what I'm going to use next after this. But the problem is, I've turned so many people onto this, and I plan to turn more people onto this. But the problem is, I know not a lot of people like rose the way I do. I personally love the scent of rose, but I know that a lot of people are averted to that scent. So I'm just sad that not everybody will get to understand the magic of this toner, because most likely they'll be turned off by the fact that it has rose, you know. So that sucks. Miniso, get your act together and bring this back. Thank you. Next product I want to talk about is an essence. Now, I know the toner I just talked about technically is also like an essence, so you could just use this and that's fine. But for me personally, I like to use another essence next, and this one has stolen my heart. This is the Serum Urban Eco Warata Essence Lotion. This is so good, so good. I feel like if you have oily skin, you could even just use this as a moisturizer and that's enough, because it's a very lightweight, milky lotion. Let me just remove a dot. You can see it's like a milky consistency and it's really lightweight. So for me, I use it as an essence, but probably if you have oilier skin, you could just use this as a moisturizer and be done. And it smells so good. Now, the beauty of this particular essence is that, you know, typically you'll find with a lot of skincare products, the first ingredient will be water and everything else will be like diluted in the water. But this is just, okay, it's a Korean product, so I can't read the back, but I have read the ingredients online, and the beauty of this is that the first ingredient is actually the Warata flower extract, meaning it's packed with that ingredient, you know, so you know you're getting your money's worth. But oh my god, this is so good. It is so good. I highly recommend you try this if you're into essences, or if you're just looking for a really lightweight moisturizer. This can work. But yeah, I really love this. Next is serums. So with serums, I have 4 serums that I have to talk about that I have just loved this year. I have gone through so many serums this year, but these particular 4 just really stand out to me, and that's why I want to talk about them. So the first one, which without saying, because I've talked about this everywhere on like all my social platforms, I've talked about this on Instagram, like all my friends know about this because I've turned this serum onto everybody, and it's locally available. There's this Miniso Gentilesse Tender Rose Moisturizing Serum. I talked about this in my skincare routine video as well, and I just absolutely love this. Again, if you're not into rose, then you definitely will not like this serum because it smells like rose. Like, that's the first thing that hits you, not gonna lie. So if you're not into rose, then most likely you won't like this, but it is so good. And I have not found a single person who I have told to try this that told me they didn't like it. This is like my 5th bottle, and as you can see, I'm almost done with this, so I'm about to head into my 6th bottle. I love this serum so much. Personally, I have dry skin, as I've said a million times, so it's good to have hydrating products in my routine. So this is one of those serums that you can actually use every day because it's just a very simple hydrating serum, and this is something that everybody can use, even if you have oily skin. Because again, there's a difference between hydrating and moisturizing. This is not moisturizing. This will just plump up your skin and just give it a burst of hydration within. It's not necessarily going to like leave a film of oiliness or anything on your face, not at all, but just go in and just plump your skin on the inside with hydration. So this is just a really good hydrating serum. I genuinely can't live without this. So yeah, this I highly recommend. If you're to just get like one serum, then maybe just get this one and let me know what you think. The next one is a pretty similar type of serum, and I just recently discovered this one. I remember buying this one during like a sale that one of my subscription boxes was having, FabFitFun. So what FabFitFun does is that you have the box, and then like once in a while they have a sale where they have like products on crazy cheap prices, and this is one of the items that I got. This is the Gaia by Neon & Co Hyaluronic Drop Serum. So this is just a very simple hyaluronic acid serum. No frills, just pure hydration, pure hyaluronic acid. And honestly, you can probably get this type of serum with a lot of brands. I know Foreo Beauty have a hyaluronic acid serum. The Ordinary have a hyaluronic acid serum. So this is something that you can get from a lot of brands and isn't gonna cost much. Because I know like the Ordinary one is like $6, so you don't necessarily have to get this one, but I do still recommend having a hyaluronic acid serum in your routine, no matter who you are, because hyaluronic acid is just something that everybody can stand to benefit from, even if you have oily skin. Because again, just like this one, like I said, it's just something that plumps and hydrates your skin from within. So what hyaluronic acid does is that it attracts moisture from the air into your skin, and it doesn't necessarily make you more oily, it just plumps your skin. So yeah, this particular one I've really been loving. It just has a really nice sleeky feeling to it, and it's really hydrating, and I just love it. I'm sad that I can't purchase this. For some reason on their website this is not available, and sadly that sale from FabFitFun is over, so I can't stock up on it more. But I guess from now on I'm just gonna have to like get the other ones from maybe the Ordinary or something. But this is a really good one. I really like it. Next, I want to talk about one that I've already talked about in my skincare routine video, and that's the Sunday Riley CEO Rapid Flash Brightening Serum. This one is just a standard vitamin C serum, which I believe everybody could benefit from having one in their skincare routine. Like I mentioned in my skincare routine, like vitamin C has a lot of benefits. It's anti-aging, it's an antioxidant, meaning it fights free radicals from your skin, it clears blemishes, it evens out your skin tone. Like, there's just so many good things about vitamin C. You don't necessarily have to get this one because this is a very pricey one. Like I said in my skincare routine video, I actually got this one for free for signing up to the Allure Beauty Box subscription box. So I don't think I will be repurchasing this once I'm done, because I'm like right at the bottom of this. I don't think you guys can see in the video, but I will say I did really love this. So if you do have the money to splurge, you can try this one out. It's a really good serum. I really enjoyed the benefits from this one, but to be honest, I already have others that I'm waiting to use once I'm finished with this that are way cheaper. Like the Foreo Beauty one is a lot cheaper. It's only $15. This one is $80. I know. You could still stand to benefit from having a vitamin C serum in your routine, and that's the main reason I'm mentioning it in my video. Not necessarily that you need this one, but you do need vitamin C in your routine. The next serum I want to speak on is like a hybrid serum, and I believe this particular serum has to be my favorite after the Miniso one. I started using it like mid 2019 and I can't stop. I already have a backup waiting to start once I'm done with this one, and that's the Glow Recipe Pineapple Sea Bright Serum. I love this serum so much. I cannot even explain to you how good this serum is. Now the beauty with this serum is that it's actually like a multi-benefit type serum. It has both vitamin C and AHAs in it, and like I mentioned in my skincare routine video, in case you didn't watch it, AHAs are in full alpha hydroxy acids, and those are acids like glycolic acid, lactic acid. Like those are really good for your skin in terms of turning over your skin. So it helps exfoliate all the dead skin cells from your face, to renew your skin and just make it look less textured and just a lot better and more even toned. So alpha hydroxy acids are really good for you to have in your skincare routine. Now the reason I say I love this one in particular so much is because I have really sensitive skin, and for me to find something that has an AHA in it that doesn't make me feel like my face is on fire is a miracle. And that is why I love this so much. It has the most gentle acids in it, and also has bromelain enzymes in it, taken from the pineapples. So the beauty with Glow Recipe is that all their products are like extracted, I guess, from fruits. So each product is inspired by a particular fruit. So like this one is inspired by pineapple, and that's where the bromelain enzyme comes from, which also helps in just renewing your skin surface. So this I've found is really good in just hydrating and plumping the skin, as well as just renewing it and like just getting rid of texture. I found that when I have a bit of textured skin and I use this, like overnight, my skin just looks way better by the next day. I don't recommend using this one every single day. It might be a little too harsh for every day, but like every 2 days or every 3 days, this is such a great serum to have. And I have to mention, I personally love the smell of it. It smells like pineapples, but I've heard so many people on the internet complain that they hate the smell. So maybe that's just a personal thing, but I personally love the smell. But yeah, if you can stand it, I highly recommend getting your hands on this serum. Next, let's talk about masks. I have 3 particular masks that I really love, and I want to start with a mask which you can wash off, and that's the Elemis Superfood Vital Veggie Mask. I love this mask so much. I actually got this in one of my boxy charms. You guys can see, like, there's a trend here. I get a lot of my things from subscription boxes because they're so economical to me, you know? You spend a small amount but get such good things in them. So yeah, this is one of the items that I've really come to love, that I've received from boxy charm, and I even had to purchase a second one because I'm almost finishing this first one. I cannot explain to you how good this mask is. It's a wash off one, and the moment you put it on, it does sting a little bit, because like even when you read the back, it does say apply and you may feel a slight tingling. So when I read that, I was like, okay, it's fine. I just don't have sensitive skin. But this is so good. The moment you wash it off, your skin just feels so hydrated and nourished and so soft. It's crazy. I don't even know what's inside this. It's like supposed to have a lot of like superfoods in it. It's supposed to have broccoli, kale, if I'm not wrong. The problem is there's no ingredients on here, but I did read a bit about it online, and it's so good. I just don't know what more to say about this. This is such a good mask. The other 2 masks I want to talk about are from Glow Recipe, and they are actually sleeping masks. They're not wash off masks, and they're the avocado melt retinol sleeping masks. So there's one for your face, this bigger one, and then this tinier one for your eyes. I will say this personally, like I said earlier, I have very sensitive skin, so a lot of AHAs tend to burn my skin, and something else that my skin just doesn't agree with is retinol. I've really tried to incorporate it into my skincare routine, but I've just found my skin really disagreeing with retinol. Like the moment I put it on, the next day I'll wake up with like little tiny bumps all over my face. So when I bought these ones, I was a bit hesitant. I was like, oh god, what am I doing to myself? But let me just try, because I'd read that they actually have like a more special type of retinol. It's called encapsulated retinol, where it's like the retinol is encapsulated, so it's more gentle on the skin and it's able to penetrate deeper into the skin, because other retinols tend to just stay on the surface. So I thought, okay, after reading that, maybe it'll work for me, and lo and behold, it worked for me. So I am so happy that these happen to work for me, and these are so nourishing, so luxurious. I can't even explain the feeling of applying these to your face. So you just need the tiniest bit of amount and use this as like your moisturizer at night. It is a bit of a rich and thick kind of moisturizer, so I don't think these will be good for people with oily skin. I think maybe if you do want like a sleeping mask from Glow Recipe, if you have oily skin, I would recommend instead their watermelon sleeping mask. I've also tried that one, but but with that one it's like more of a gel texture. So yeah, if you have dry skin, I highly recommend these. They're so good, and retinol is such a good ingredient to have in your skincare routine. So I'm so happy to have found a product with retinol that I can actually use and it doesn't hurt my skin, because retinol has such good anti-aging benefits for the skin. So if you are looking into getting like anti-aging products, maybe you can look at these, or just retinol in general if you have tougher skin than I do. Okay, I'm done talking about products. Now I want to talk about tools that I really love in my skincare routine. So the first one comes as no shock. It's in my skincare routine video and I talk about how much I love it, and that's the Foreo cleansing brush. This is the Foreo Luna Fofo. This particular one has dots at the back which also analyze your skin and tell you what kind of skin you have and like helps track your progress, which I really love about this. The other ones that they do have in their line are just typically the cleansing brush, and others have a massager on the back, but I really love this. I find it really cleans my skin like perfectly. For me personally, because I have very sensitive skin, I did try brushes before, you know, those cleaning brushes that everybody uses, but those were just way too rough for my skin and I would always break out when I use those brushes. So I was like, okay, so I guess I'm never gonna have a cleansing tool until I got this. I got this one in a subscription box in one of my FabFitFun boxes, and at the time when I got the box it was only $39, and in the box you get like 9 other products. So for me it was way worth it. But if you were to buy this alone, I will admit it's a bit of a pricey purchase. It's $89 alone. So if you can splurge, I would recommend it, but if you can't, there are cheap alternatives in the market. I know in my video, my skincare routine video, I mentioned that Miniso has alternatives, but at the time I hadn't tried them. So one time I went to visit my cousin and I saw that she did have one, so I decided to try it just to see if it's anything close to this, and to be honest with you, it's really not the same. It's so different. Like that one doesn't have as much vibration as this does, so I don't feel like it'll clean your skin as well. So I personally don't recommend that one, but I'm sure you can find others on like Amazon which are probably better, because yeah, the Miniso ones really did not impress me. So I'm sorry if you ended up purchasing that, because I mentioned that in my skincare routine video, but yeah, this is an amazing tool. The next thing I want to talk about are these two. I'm going to talk about them together even though they're very different, but they kind of offer similar benefits. So Jade Rollers and things like this, like marble, which is really cool, it's known to be really good for lymphatic drainage in your skin. So I use this for like different purposes. So I'll use the roller when I have like sheet masks on, and I'll use this little flat device when I have like a cream mask on, like this one that I was talking about, the Elemis one. So this helps in just, you know, draining everything, like all the bad things in your lymphatic drainage system all the way down. So the mistake a lot of people will do with Jade Rollers is that they'll roll it back and forth, but really what you're supposed to do is actually drag it backwards. So you go back, come back to the front, and then back again, because what you're supposed to do is drag like all the toxins from your lymphatic drainage system away from your face and then down. So you're supposed to actually go this way and then down, same thing down. Like I said, this one I like to use when I use sheet masks, but when I have a cream mask on, I prefer to use this one, which I've just shown you. It's basically just like a stone which you can put in the fridge for a few minutes and get it cold, such that when you have your mask on, you've left it for a few minutes, and right before you're ready to rinse it off, take something like this and just really work it into your skin. And the fact that it'll be cold will just help with constricting your skin as well, and just helping those nutrients like go deeper into the skin, if that makes sense. So again, you could also use this for lymphatic drainage system, so you could go like outwards and then down, outwards and down. So yeah, having something like this is really unique. You could also go into the crevices of your eyes and this way. I like it. I know it may seem useless, but I received this with one mask that I had some time back and I've come to like it. Yeah, it's a cool thing to have. The next tool that I want to talk about is also technically a roller, but it's a bit different from the others, and it's this one. This is the Rose Gold Twin Roller, if I'm not wrong, from 43 Beauty. And the difference between this one and the other ones is that this one is electric, so it's battery powered. So something like this, I can't put it in the fridge like my Jade Roller or the other one. So with this one, when you switch it on, it like vibrates, and then this particular roll will actually roll, but this one stays still. So you're supposed to take this one in like places like your jawline and just take it upwards and then down, upwards and then down. I'm not gonna lie, when I first bought this, as you guys can see, because of the steroids that I use for my eczema, it does like cause this moon face syndrome. So my face is a little more like swollen than usual, especially in this area here. So like my cheeks are a bit bigger and like I have a bit of fat in this area. So I'm not gonna lie, I bought into the hype of this thing and bought it because I thought, oh, I can help it to contour my jawline. Yeah, it didn't do that. But I did realize that it is still a helpful tool to have. It does help again with the lymphatic drainage, and with something like this, I don't necessarily use it with my masks. So this one I'll use on just an everyday basis. So like right now, I can go remove my makeup, get into bed, and right before bed, I'll just, you know, like give myself a little massage. And it is a bit soothing, it does feel nice. It's a bit of a luxury, not gonna lie. It's not something that everybody needs, but I do like it, and that's why I'm mentioning it. So yeah, this is a really cool buy. I bought it for the wrong reasons, but I've still come to love it. So yeah, I just need to accept my moon face for what it is. And last but not least, I want to talk about my last, I guess, skincare favorite, but it's not really a skincare favorite. In fact, this item could even go into the next video about my like random items that I love, but it's still related to skincare, and that's my skincare fridge. I got this from Amazon. This is actually a 10-liter fridge. The typical ones that you see people have are the 4-liter fridges, but this is a 10-liter one. So when I open it, it has like this really cool compartment where I can be putting sheet masks, and then 2 shelves here, and then like a bottom part. So I've been putting all my skincare in this, even like these little gadgets of mine, like my rollers, just to keep them nice and cool. And yeah, it's an experience. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is not necessary. You don't need this at all. It's so unnecessary, but I do enjoy it. It's become a favorite, and yeah, I'm quite happy that I got it, because having like cool skincare, like a cool serum or a mask that's a bit cold on your face, it feels nice, it feels bougie. But again, it's not necessary. Anyway guys, that completes this video. I hope this video helped give you some information on something that you were thinking of getting. Yeah, and maybe guided you in some ways. So let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these products, and if you also like them. I'd like to know if we're on the same wavelength. And if you haven't watched my makeup favorites or my other random miscellaneous favorites of 2019, I will have those in the description box below. Like I said in the previous video, everything should have been uploaded all together, because I just want them all to be there for you guys to watch at your own time. But yeah, that completes my skincare favorites. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Also, let me know what you guys would like to see next from me. I do love to take your opinions and comments into consideration, because I'd like to create content that you guys would like to see. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this long ass video once again. If you haven't watched the other ones, again, they'll be in the description box below. If you haven't subscribed, please do so by hitting the subscription button down below and hit the notification bell right next to it, so that you get notified for every other video that I do upload after this. And I hope to see you guys in my next video, and don't forget, Dida loves you.